Morning everybody from the foggy Waikato. We're in the first part of our journey today down to Wellington. We're going to spend 10 days in the South Island, tripping around and having a look. Good morning.
Morning. Only another 6 hours 53 minutes to go.
The sun's just coming up, so we shall carry on and catch you later.
Lane 2 for me.
Okay.
Proceed boarding pass. Here you go.
Brilliant. Cheers, eh?
No worries.
Have a good night.
You too.
Lane 2. Oh, over there. Oh, we're going to be in front of the queue. No, no, we're not. 3.
I'll wait for 2 hours.
Yeah.
Okay, so we finally made it to Wellington. Checked in for the ferry, just waiting in the queue. All the trucks are lined up to go on, and we've been watching some of the trucks come off the last ferry. Got a little bit of time before we leave, but around 4 o'clock we'll be off to the South Island. Trucks going on, cars starting to roll on. Kiko's at the ready.
Cheers, alright. Thanks, mate. Quite a wait, haven't we? 40 minutes before we go. So. Made it onto the ferry. Sitting in the bar.
So we're just leaving Wellington Harbour and we've got about a 3-hour trip ahead of us. It's blowing a bit out here, so it might be a little bit rough across Cook Strait, but it won't be the worst ferry crossing we've ever had. Once we get into the Marlborough Sounds, it should calm down a lot, and it's a beautiful cruise down through there. I'm going to pop back inside, have a coffee, and come back out when it's a little bit calmer. We turned into the Marlborough Sounds and it's a lot calmer in here. It's still quite windy, but the sun's starting to drop on the horizon. We should get into Picton around about 7 o'clock. It's about another 45 minutes from now. There's a lot of mussel farming and salmon farming in the Sounds. The salmon farms are the ones you can see that look like they've got little fences and houses on them. A lot of beautiful little bays, and it's just a lovely area to cruise through. So we're coming into Picton now. We've just got the call to head down and pick up our car. We'll be in the South Island very shortly.
Cheers, mate.
Okay, so welcome to Picton and welcome to the South Island. We're going to go and check into our accommodation for the night and find us some dinner. It's been a long day, so we'll pick you up in the morning. So good morning from Picton. We've got a beautiful day here today. Sean's just filling up the ute and we'll be off down heading for Blenheim first stop. Do some chores, get some groceries, and then we'll be on our way. We had a fabulous dinner last night at the Jolly Roger restaurant in Waikawa, right on the marina. Beautiful outlook, sat outside, lovely sunset, and dinner was fantastic. So if you're ever in Picton, can really recommend that place. And we walked around the Picton Marina this morning, had a look at the inlet, had breakfast, and now we're on our way. So we'll catch you on the road.
Oh, they got a new bridge. There's the old one. So it used to be a long, skinny.
Yeah, like there's a new pole bridge. One thing we were a bit worried about was how dry it is down here. We were told that the Molesworth Station Road is often closed due to the risk of fire, but I guess we'll find out shortly. Well, here we are at the start of the Molesworth to Hanmer Road, and the sign says it's open, so here goes. 182 kilometres to Hanmer Springs, about 160 kilometres of that is gravel. So the bones are going to get a good rattling today. Gosh, the grapevines haven't stopped since we left Blenheim. They're everywhere, even down in the valley by the river. So we're on the gravel now. This is our first ford or water crossing, though we aren't expecting to see much water anywhere today. Okay, so we've just crossed the 64 metre long Hodder suspension bridge, and we're crisscrossing various rivers now as we're going along. Hodder Bridge is 54 kilometres from the main road and the only vehicle suspension bridge in Marlborough. The scenery is just changing so much as we go through, and the elevation changes from the river valley to the steep passes. Although everything is dry, there's still stunning colour and terrain changes around every corner. So if you're the adventurous type, you can cycle through the Molesworth station. It's recommended to take 2 to 3 days or longer. We have passed a couple of bikes today, so seems to be very doable. There's just so much to see, and I can't put it all in the video or else it would be hours long. But I'll look at doing a future Scenic video. Let me know in the comments if you would like to see more. Well, we've made it 100 kilometres to Cobb Cottage, which is the start of Molesworth Station. You can camp at Cobb Cottage if you wish to, if you want to break up the trip. And we had planned to do this, but it's still early in the day, so we might have a look around and keep going. This is the original Molesworth cottage, built in 1866 and then extended several years later. The present homestead was built in 1885, and we're going to climb to the top of the hill and have a look. Right, time to head back down the hill and continue on our journey. Okay, so we've made it to Awatere House and the campsite, but the weather's closing in. We've got some rain. It's dropped from 27 degrees Celsius when we started this morning down to 10, so it's getting a bit chilly. We've decided to ditch the camping idea for now and head on into Hanmer Springs. This is the end of the Molesworth Road. You can carry on around to Lake Tennyson from here, but we're going to tackle that tomorrow. We've decided to take Jolly's Pass down into Hanmer Springs. There's a small handwritten sign attached to the road sign saying you must have four-wheel drive, but a guy on a mountain bike just passed us while we're stopped, so if he's keen we should be okay.
Guys on bikes, you dodge Oh, splashed out. A bit more of a splash. It's interesting that little handwritten sign basically said, "Oh, don't take your two-wheel drive car."
Oh, here's the guy on the bike.
That was the top of the pass. Couldn't ride down here in a hurry. Look at that. Be interesting.
Can do it as usual.
Easy.
Get too close to the sun, doesn't much.
Yeah, no.
Yay, civilization.
You got the caution backcountry road.
Should look. Oh, good morning everyone. We made it into Hanmer last night just in time. It started to rain just as we got into town last night, and it's freezing this morning. There's even snow on the hills last night. So we made a good decision not to camp out. We're heading up to Lake Tennyson this morning for a look, travelling through the Clarence Valley, which should have some stunning scenery. There's a number of fords or river crossings on this road, and while there are bridge detours around, Sean just can't help himself. Traffic we've encountered all morning. Welcome to Lake Tennyson. Beware the stealth fisherman, a mask of concentration as he hunts his prey. Unfortunately no fish today, and it's time to head back into Hanmer Springs. Lake Tennyson was a beautiful spot, and it would have been awesome to be able to take advantage of the free camping, but it's the middle of the day, it's still only 6 degrees Celsius, and that wind is absolutely chilling. So we're heading back to look around the town and head to the hot pools. Heading back down the road, I saw these guys paddling along the river. I stopped and talked to us for a bit. They were on day 4 of a 12-day tramping and kayaking trip. Fortunately too adventurous for us, so we hopped back into our nice warm car and carried on our way. Back in Hanmer, not far from our motel, we joined the river trail through the Dog Stream Reserve. This joins onto the Forest Amble, which is a trail through the forest featuring sculptures by Andrew Lyons of Christchurch. It reminded me of Chetwynd in Canada. It's a great walk and there are some amazing sculptures. Watching our footage when I put the video together, I noticed a couple of sculptures we had walked right past the first time without even noticing. So take your time and look around. Oh, and don't forget to look up. No visit to Hanmer would be complete without a trip to the hot springs, and I'm not comfortable filming people in their togs because that's just weird. I did get Sean coming down the conical thrilled though. Well, our time in Hanmer has come to an end. We've had a great few days, travelling through the Molesworth station and exploring Hanmer Springs. We've woken up to a rainy morning and it's still quite chilly, but we're hoping the rain clears because we're heading off to the spectacular west coast. Join us in the next episode as we travel down the coast visiting rivers, lakes, waterfalls, wildlife, beach and bush. Let us know if you enjoyed this video by giving us a thumbs up and leaving a comment. Consider subscribing and follow along on some more of our adventures. Keep safe, friends, and we'll see you soon.